Hey guys, it's Hope Love. What's up? Here we are. I'm gonna start chapter 26.1, the fifth party. Ooh, just a little bit of a racy picture there, so maybe something might happen. I'm just saying. Don't forget to like and subscribe. There are privacy settings that you can turn on if you guys don't want like your friends meddling around in it or any of your other subscribers. Also, don't forget to comment your suggestions down below. I do check, and don't forget to also use the code word from the Hope Love show that I already uploaded on Thursday for now until the rest of the week. Until I upload the next one, obviously. Anyway, thanks, and viewer discussion is obviously advised. Let's go into the fifth party. After a week of awkward tension between Harry and Draco, Friday rolled around, and with it came the weekly party. Draco started to the alcohol as soon as he got into the room, and Harry eyed him from across the room. I'm sorry. I already got to react. By the time Pansy was calling them to gather, Draco was dizzy. Something bad is gonna happen. See, this is why you gotta make sure you pretend you're drinking and you're sober AF, but everyone else is drunk so then you can get the truth out of them. Yeah, that's the way to go. Man, I watch a lot of reality TV shows. I read a lot too. Okay, anyway, the game was decided to be Never Have I Ever, and Pansy had brought along a little bag full of Never Have I Ever questions that placed in the middle. So are they going to give each other truth posts? Well, you don't know. And we'll go clockwise around the circle, taking turns to draw up papers. Any questions? Pansy finished up telling the rules, and everyone nodded in understanding. I'll go first this game, Seamus announced, and drew a question out of the bag. Have I ever written a hippogriff? Hermione and Harry were the only ones to take a shot. Hermione shouted out the memory. She did not like flying. Privated, I don't know, went next. When Never have I ever stolen something. Ron was sitting smugly as about half of the circle took a shot when Hermione elbowed him. What? I've never stolen. Your dad's car? Hermione reminded him, laughing as his face pinkened and he picked up the cup. Never have I ever fallen asleep in Benzie's class, Padme said with a laugh. Just about everyone drank at the murmurs of how boring the class was circulated. Hermione, who was the only one who didn't drink, shook her head as Harry and Ron took a guilty shot. Well, Hermione never gets bored in class. Unless it's something she already knows. Like Wingardium Leviosa. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. She's probably going to scold me now. Never have I ever gotten detention, Lavender said. She hadn't gone to the last few, and most were just fine with that. And were kind of bummed that she decided to show up again. Hermione was about to put a cup up to her lips when Ron said, "Wait, when did you get detention?" "First year, remember?" When Ron looked still reckless, she lowered her voice towards him. "When we smuggled Norbert for Hagrid?" Oh yeah, that's right. You guys did a lot. Realization dawned on Ron's face, but of his mouth, soundlessly, and lifted up his own glass to his lips. Never have I ever slept naked. Oh, goodness gracious, Goyle said with a blush. Yep, this is definitely PG-13. Harry went to tilt his head to tilt his glass back when he caught sight of Draco taking a shot as well, and it almost made him choke. Had he slept naked in the dorms this year? Did I just not notice? His mind suddenly a whirlwind of questions that were less than appropriate. And he almost missed the next question. Never have I gone skinny dipping, Draco said. His words slightly slurring from the alcohol as he tipped the glass back shamelessly. Harry nearly choked again, and Hermione looked at him funny. Well, where was I for this? He wondered. Never have I ever kissed on a first date, Pansy said happily, and down a bit of alcohol. She then looked around the circle. Lavender, Blacy, Dean, Seamus taking a shot. All right, it's my turn. Blacy has reached in the bag. Never have I kissed more than 10 people. Blacy, Pansy, and Lavender took a shot shamelessly and looked rather proud of the fact, like, yep, I did it. I kissed more than 10 people. You can't judge me. Harry was watching Draco, though, wondering if he'd drink. When he didn't, Harry felt oddly happy. Yeah, because he was like, you're all to myself? That's great. I want it. So weird. Never have I ever dyed my dyed hair, Neville said. Lavender took a shot and so did Goyle. The former didn't look very happy about it, though, and sent a glare around the circle. His hair was still slightly orange. You think the colour is ever going to run out? Ron snickered to Harry, and Harry chuckled in response. It'll grow out, but whatever spell Seamus used was a strong one. Hermione interrupted. Even McGonagall couldn't get it completely out. Think he'll give us the spell? I got some people. I wouldn't mind giving a new look. Ron snickered to Hermione, shook her head at her. Luna and Ginny went next, and Harry's turn came after. The pile of paper slowly dwindled as they went through all the papers. Okay, last question, Hermione said, picking up the last piece. Oh, you. Never have I ever liked someone in the circle. Oh, you're lying. Okay, I'm just going to read this. Everyone took a shot, except Goyle, who blushed in embarrassment. Okay, I have another game idea since it's not midnight, Pansy said, an evil smile across her lips. Since I got done pretty fast, I'm going to go on to the fifth party, chapter 26.2. Pansy quickly introduced the game where two people have to kiss without stopping and touching. The first person to pull away loses. Touch, the other loses. Of course, everyone was on board with this game. Oh God, Lavender offered to go first with the spin of a bottle. The first pair was picked to be Lavender and Goyle. Lavender got up to sit in the front of Goyle, after a bit of complaining. Almost as soon as it started, Goyle pulled away. It's not that he didn't think she was pretty or anything, but the idea of kissing somebody was very appalling, and he pulled away back after a couple of seconds. Lavender took Goyle's unwillingness to the kiss the wrong way, though, and she looked extremely put out what? Oh, sorry, I'm so confused right now. I'm trying to. As she went back to her seat, Pansy plucked up the bottlenecks. All right, my turn. Let's see some real action. With a flourish, she spun it and it landed on Hermione. All right then, Hermione, let's give the people what they want, Pansy announced as she pranced over to Hermione, who was slowly getting ready by the moment. Ron, who sat next to her, looked aghast. He's like, what? No, that's... Pansy leaned in almost immediately, and Hermione met her halfway, their lips meeting as Samers let out a whoop. Pansy lips tasted like fire whiskey and another undertone of something she couldn't place, but had a feeling that it was not her lip balm. Okay. Hermione felt her leaning forward a bit, keeping her hands firmly in her lap. She was a bit drunk, and she knew that she wasn't thinking completely rationally as she kissed Pansy. But it was nice, and she had never kissed a girl before. Okay. Hermione had always thought girls were pretty since she was young. Oh, okay, here we go. I guess she is bi. I had a theory that she was going to be bi in here, but I guess she's bi. So here we are. She never really had a chance to kiss one before. She knew she was bi, had known for a while, but she'd never really talked to anyone about it before. She had liked Ron to try and date a girl, and when she's bi now, it just seemed pointless to tell anyone, as she was planning to be with Ron for the rest of her life. She wasn't exactly sure how he'd react to it, and didn't really want to deal with it. Hermione figured she'd have a talk to him about it after this. The kiss finally ended when Hermione pulled back slightly with a small smile. The kiss had been nice, but she still very much liked Ron. Well, I gotta say, I'm jealous, Weasley. Pansy shooting Ron a smirk as she went back to her seat. Ron spurting beside Hermione, keeping wrapped his head around her the whole thing. His girlfriend had just kissed another girl and hadn't seemed to mind at all. His mind was spinning, but before he really could say anything, chance to complete it, the next pair were kissing. Ginny and Luna. Ron said who was everyone here gay? And he just didn't know because he's so dense. Was everyone here gay? Ron thought wildly. Ron turned to Harry, who was looking at Draco, not so directly, and then turned to Hermione, who was still red in the face. And Luna and Ginny were still kissing, so Ron definitely was like, oh, so I guess everyone's gay. I'm sorry, this is hilarious. We're still kissing, and Ron tried not to look. It was weird seeing his little sister kiss someone, no matter the gender. Yeah, he didn't really want to see that. I mean, would you? Unless you were trying to get them together for a really long time. His mind really relaying over all the events. First, Dean and Seamus are dating. Then Harry seems to like Draco. Then Hermione might be gay. Wait, not gay. Ron thought, she likes me, so bye, maybe. Ron's head seemed to pound, and he sat back with the ground. Maybe he should lay off the alcohol for the rest of the night. I'll go next, Harry said. Oh no, I can see where this is already going. Somebody's gonna rig that bottle. I don't know how, but somebody's just gonna have a wand out and it's gonna be landing on Draco. Or just, Anyway, Harry, towards the end of the night, it was the last round, and Harry had already kissed Luna, Pansy, Seamus, and Lavender. The last one was something he never wanted to do again. Pansy sat forward a bit as she watched the bottle spin, fingers crossed. The bottle slowly stopped in front of Draco, and everyone sees the whole defense for the moment. I'm sorry, this is so freaking good. It had been 2 weeks since they'd last kissed at a party, and everyone was dying to see it happening. And oh my god, what happened? Both Draco and Harry were dead drunk though, and without a second thought, Harry was in front of Draco, kissing him in less than a second. Ron's jaw dropped as he watched them furiously kissing from across the room, both refusing to back down. Most everyone had to pull back before 30 seconds had passed, but both Draco and Harry didn't seem to back down as the minute mark hit. Pansy was simply smirking over at Lacey and was muttering something faintly, and he said he wasn't gay. The thing that made the part was actually that they were both reaching for each other at the same time. Their hands came over each other's faces, and when they both snapped and out of the trance and pulled away, abundantly reluctantly. Wow, all that you both lost? Pansy said with a snicker. Alright, time to clean up. It's already past 1 a.m. Groaning, everyone started to get up and round their things up. As soon as things were cleaned up, Harry and Draco practically raced upstairs, taking 2 at a time. When the dormitory was closed, Harry took no time in pulling Draco into a kiss. They both stumbled in the back of the bed. Draco's knees hit Harry's mattress, and they both tumbled onto the bed, never breaking their kiss. Oh, okay. Harry's lips trailed down Draco's neck, pressed light kisses to Draco's skin as he made his way down to the collarbone. Draco let out a soft groan and counted onto Harry. Oh, we should talk, Ron said, after watching Harry and Draco sprint off the stairs. Oh, come on! You'd have time to wonder about that later. Right now, he was curious about Hermione. Oh man, I want to know if they have sex or not. Can I at least get that? Yeah, you're probably right, Hermione said, plopping down onto her usual spot in front of the couch in front of the flowers. Fire. Ron followed her in her lead and sat next to her. I'm bi, Hermione said, staring resolute at the fire. If Ron was going to react poorly, she didn't want to see it. I thought so, Ron said, leaning back, taking Hermione's hand up. You did? Whipping around to stare at him. Well, yeah, I mean, I'd have to be dumb not to not realize after that scene you created with scene you put on with Parkinson earlier. Oh, about that. I'm sorry. You know, I only like you, right? Ron let out a laugh. Yeah, I know. I know it was only a game. You're allowed to have fun. Hermione smiled. I'm glad you're not angry. Angry? Nah. A little jealous? Sure, but not angry. Ron laughed. Hermione smiled at him. Jealous of what? That you got to kiss me like that? Ron looked at her as she turned to face him again. Well, I can arrange for you to be kissed like that if you'd like. With Hermione leaned forward. Oh my god, this is so good. Hermione leaned forward, fluttering close, with continued sight. I love you, you know that, Ron whispered back. I love you too, Hermione said. Ron could feel the smile against her lips. Oh, I'm not done reading this. I'm reading this whole thing. Draco, his hands were gripping the base of Harry's jumper, trying to put it down, and Harry suddenly slipped out of it. Oh, come on! What is wrong with you two? Snapped out suddenly snapped out of it. They were both drunk. Doing this would practically be taking advantage of Draco. Harry suddenly thought Draco grabbed his hands and was under his hair. We shouldn't be doing this. Why not? Draco asked, trying to capture Harry's lips, but he moved away. Because you wouldn't want to this when you're awake, saying it's stunning, almost as he just wanted to throw caution to the wind and continue. But Draco, and he didn't want to do anything. He didn't want to. You're drunk. We both are. We should just sleep. Draco looked annoyed. Draco let an annoyed sound. But he slid off Harry and laid next to him. Really? Really? Come on. Harry sat up and leaned back down to help Draco get under the covers. Draco let out a contented sigh as Harry pulled the blankets up around them. Harry's heart twisted, and suddenly, very glad he had stopped them. Go to sleep. You're going to need this after all the alcohol, Harry murmured. He bent down and pressed a soft kiss into Draco's temple. Okay. Thank you for watching. That is all. Oh my gosh, I'm kind of disappointed because I'm like, oh, come on, which is super good for Alex, you know, because she's all like, I got you, and now I'm teasing it, and now you're not going to know until the next video. You're not going to know until, like, the next whatever she does. I forget. Next chapter. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave your suggestions down in the comment below using the secret code word on my Hope Love show. This is Hope Love, and I'm signing off. I hope you guys will have a great day, and I'll be seeing you next time. Bye.